And maybe I should have saved my progress just to be safe before, but we should be okay. So we are picking at number 8, the Chicago Bears, with the number 1 overall pick. The number 1 pick should be DeMarco Pema. Now, this is one of his first years ever playing football. He's a former rugby player. Or
that train of thought changed after one of the best defensive performances the college all-star game has ever seen. At times, it seemed as if he were everywhere on the field during the game, disrupting both the run and pass game for the opposition. Several scouts I spoke with pointed to that performance as evidence he could dominate at a high level, and sources have told me that more than one general manager felt he was the type of defender you could build a franchise around. Now all that's left for him to prove is if the All-Star game was an aberration or a sign of things to come.
So there you go, or going number 1 overall. And here is another draft story.
Like football, rugby's a sport that's played with guys of all shapes and sizes. In his case, he was one of the big guys pushing and pulling blocks in the center of the pitch. He was playing rugby for a university in Australia before he was recruited to transfer and play football for 2 seasons here in America. His first year was spent adjusting to the game, getting used to the different rules and how to play his position properly. The guy even had to adjust how he tackled now that he had to wear pads and a helmet. But his second year is really where we started to see what he could potentially do. He's a physical player at the line of scrimmage. The team was able to pick up a good addition to its line with a bit of an interesting history.
Volume too low. I just raised it up. Hopefully, could you guys hear that? I hope you guys could hear that. What's up, G? How you doing today? So, Divins going off the board is huge and potentially very, very bad for us. And I will tell you guys why. That's why I paused the draft. So let's go ahead and look at our draft board really quick. It could be very bad. So we're, what, 3 picks away from ours? The reason him going off the board could be bad is he was the number 1 corner on the board. Which means now Stovall is the next corner up. So, if a team decides they need a cornerback, Stovall could be off the board. He is the guy that we would like first in, like, as our number 1 choice, and I think it's pretty obvious as to why. Decent size at 6'1", 4.33 speed, very, very strong as well. Good jumping ability. I mean, I'm very stoked about this guy. We need help in the secondary. This is who I'd like to get. But with the other corner going off the board, that could be bad. It could be bad. Now, what this does also mean is with only a few picks left, certain players are going to be available to us. Sean Kendall could be there for us. Denton Ritchie, another option. Stovall. So worst case, these 3 might be off the board, but then Sean Patton is still there. Another guy that we like a whole lot, guys. I have to go do something really quick. I'm going to go check on Dumpling. I'm sorry. I'll be back in like 30 seconds, guys. She is going absolutely crazy. I'll be right back. We will unpause the draft and continue on. The suspense is killing. I'm really sorry. I'm not trying to. I got to check on my dog. Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. The chair hype, though. Chair makes the best choices ever. Help me. Alright, so we got 3 picks left. I think Denton Ritchie is going to go off the board here. The Texans did just sign Osweiler to a huge contract, though. We shall see what is going to happen. I'm not moving up. There's too many guys there that we like that I don't think moving up is a big need. We'll see. Dumpling's good.
The Broncos are now
No! Stovall is off the board. the Broncos might go Denton Ritchie here. If they don't have a lot of faith in Paxton Lynch. I doubt it, but I'm thinking Madden logic. Real life, they of course wouldn't, but we will see.
He's off the board now, so tell us more about the spicy pick of peppers, Adam.
If anyone should get a trophy for how to train in preparation for the draft, it has to be this kid. A lot of second-year guys will bulk up in the offseason to better protect their bodies from the intense physical demands of the NFL. It was smart of him and the trainers to get a head start on the rest of the class in that area. And from what I've been told, he hasn't lost a step. Now, when you look at him, you see a player that can contribute in week 1. He's more conditioned than most of his fellow classmates, and that's going to help him hit the ground running once the season kicks off.
The Cardinals, a team within our division, might get the best running back. Is it still not that loud? I turned it up. I'll turn it up a bit more for you guys. Hopefully y'all can hear. Is it going to be Denton Ritchie? Yeah, Stovall we did want. He was our #1 option, but we knew him going was a possibility.
Niners are now on the clock.
Denton Ritchie is available. I was not planning on going with him. I feel like a bigger need is defense. But if you guys don't remember the draft story, Denton Ritchie was a coach's son and grew up as like a prodigy prospect. He's the #1 quarterback on the board. He's got great short throw accuracy. He's got good deep throw accuracy for a rookie. Good throw power. But the reason I'm not sold on Denton Ritchie is because there are other quarterbacks here that we do like. And value-wise, even though I think Denton Ritchie is going to be the best quarterback in the draft, value-wise, we could still get other players. Here is Zach Ritchie, a guy who's a little bit faster there, available in the 2nd round with good short throw accuracy too, still good throw power. I don't know. They're saying he's actually the 2nd fastest quarterback in the draft. Who was first? I don't even remember. Is it a guy like way down there? There's so many guys down there. Who knows? I don't know. So, let's go back and look at our draft board. Sean Kendall, who I believe, and again, last night, everybody was telling me Sean Kendall won the Heisman. I thought it was Sean Patton that won the Heisman. Did I pass him? Where's Sean Patton at? Where's Sean Patton? Here is Sean Patton. I thought Sean Patton won the Heisman. Everybody was telling me it was Sean Kendall, which it very well probably could have been. Dior Shea is here as well. But again, I don't really want to get a left outside. I mean, I need a left outside linebacker, but I think secondary is a bigger need. Let's go ahead really quick and look at our options. Let's look at our trading options. I'm not saying we're going to trade. I just want to look. A 2nd and 3rd round pick. That's not going to do it. Trade back to the very last pick of the 1st round and get a 2nd round pick too. Don't know that that's enough for me, honestly. Probably not. 1st round pick, 3rd next year, 7th. Not liking that offer. 1st next year, 2nd next year. Not liking that offer. 2nd this year, 1st next year. Not liking that offer a whole lot. 2nd and 3rd, not feeling it. 2nd, nope. Late 1st, 2nd next year. 1st next year. The Browns 1st next year, which currently is projected to be the #1 overall pick, but we're trading out of the 1st round entirely with that move. I'm not really liking any of those moves. I do plan on trading back into the 1st to potentially get the 6'4" corner. That's the goal. Around the 20 overall pick, we'll probably start trying to trade back in. Everybody's saying that Kendall has superstar development. I don't think that's the case anymore. I do think it was the case last year. I don't think it's the case anymore. Let's see. Yeah, the Browns did play better, for sure. But that doesn't mean they're going to be 9-7 next year either. Well, they had a tie somewhere in there. Kindle. A lot of people are saying to go with Kindle here. Kindle has good hit power. He's got good speed for a strong safety. He's also got very good zone coverage for a safety. I need a strong safety. Antoine Bethea is getting older. The thing is, we also have xxSnEaKy-Px, who is also very young and might be able to step up into that starting strong safety role that maybe getting Kindle's not as big of a deal. But the thing is, you guys got to remember, last year, Heisman doesn't definitely have a superstar development. I didn't think it did. You guys got to remember, last year we had 6 interceptions. 6. Our defense wasn't doing anything for us. You guys are all over the place. Did we just like randomly drop like 250 viewers? What just happened? It says 88 for me. That's weird. Yeah, Sean Kindle's only 22. Denton Ritchie. Here's the thing. I'm telling you now. I know Denton Ritchie is going to be very, very good. I already know that. He is a bit old for a rookie. He's 24 years old. I already know he's going to be very, very good. That's not a question. It's just a matter of, can we make it another year before drafting a quarterback? And I think we can. I really want to improve our defense. The other guy here is Sean Patton. Good hit power. I don't know what his zone coverage is, which worries me a little bit. But 4.41 speed. He's very strong too. I don't know. It's tough. This is the toughest decision, guys. Y'all don't know. Draft defense. I think I'd like to go defense. Most people are saying to get Kindle here. Do y'all really think Kindle's the best? I do need a quarterback, but I need defense too. You know, saying I need one and not the other doesn't make a whole lot of sense. There's quarterbacks in the second round, but no strong safeties. That's true. But again, we already have xxSnEaKy-Px. We already have Tart there, so it's just a matter of how much faith we have in Tart. I think Sean Kindle's going to come in right away and be a starter. A very, very good player. I wish we knew what his... Well... And again, Sean Patton actually had a better combine. Sean Patton's faster. You know, we have Eric Reed here, but Eric Reed didn't do a whole lot for us last year. Everybody is all over the place. You guys are everywhere. If one of the mods can make a straw poll, and again, I want to be clear, I'm not certainly going with whatever wins the straw poll, but I do want to hear what you guys are thinking. So Sean Kindle, D'Orsay, which... I don't really want to take D'Orsay here. I don't. He looks like a very, very good player. Look at his power moves. A-. Looks like a very, very good player. But I think we have other needs first before taking him. So it'd be Sean Kindle. You can throw D'Orsay there. Denton Ritchie and Sean Patton on the list. I don't know. This is a tough one. Thank you, Jamie. Jamie made the poll. So everybody used Jamie's poll. But you left off Sean Patton. You boob. Everybody, I say everybody. The majority of the people are saying Sean Kindle. Oh my gosh. You guys are very, very close here. 43 votes for Sean Kindle. 45 votes. 31 for Denton Ritchie. I think Denton Ritchie is going to be a star. But I think Sean Kindle could be too. And here's the thing with Denton Ritchie. I do need a future franchise quarterback. I'm not denying it. But I might be able to find somebody else next year. It might suck going another year without that franchise quarterback guy. But there might be a guy there. Is what I'm kind of thinking. The majority of people are voting for Sean Kindle here. He's also younger. Let's go Kendall. Let's go Kendall. This is a tough one. Let's go Sean Kendall. Are we doing it? Am I taking Kendall? Oh my gosh, this sucks. I did it. 76 overall. 8 overall in the draft. We got him at 8.
He was credited with having one of the biggest plays in college football this season. Late in the game, he picked off the quarterback and ran the entire field to score the game-winning touchdown. He did everything a coach would want to see, from baiting the quarterback to reading the downfield blocks. He flashed enough playmaking ability in that game and the remainder of the season to draw a lot of interest this offseason. This team has to be pretty happy with this pick.
All right, so we got a little draft story from him. 93 speed at the safety position is very, very, very good. 80 zone coverage is solid. 75 tackle for safety is solid. 90 hit power. They just talked about his playmaking ability. I cannot see what his catch is. Oh, wait, I can go over here, can't I? So we'll see what his catch is. 74 catching, and he has clutch traits. So this is exactly what we needed. We needed a playmaking player on our defense, and Sean Kendall gives us that. He doesn't have the superstar development, but that's okay. I understand his development's not that great, and that is a little disappointing, but this is exactly what we needed. We needed a guy that could come in and get interceptions for us. 74 catching. He's got great speed. Look at his awareness. Only 59 overall. When we get his awareness up, dude, he's definitely going to be a 90. I mean, this guy has a ton of potential. A ton of potential for us. And I think it was a good pick. And again, I understand Denton Ritchie is going to be good. I never denied it. But I also feel like we had other needs that we needed to address first this year, and I do think Denton Ritchie or another quarterback could be our franchise guy. Terrible pick. I don't think it was a terrible pick at all. I don't know where you're getting terrible pick from. The only downside is that he only has normal development, but he's only 22 years old. I definitely think he has a very high I think he has a lot of potential. I mean, again, great hit power, great catching, great speed. There goes Conrad. So I doubt Denton Ritchie is going to go to the Bucs, who have Jameis Winston. However, the Jets are picking next, and Denton Ritchie could make perfect sense for them. Because, again, I don't think the Titans would go with them with Mariota. So, very interesting. We're going to try to trade back into the draft to get the 6'4". I told y'all.
He won the Heisman, and he's a defensive player. Need I say more? You can imagine how well he played this season to win the biggest award in college over several offensive playmakers. The trophy was well-deserved, and according to Matt Miller, he projects really well as a defender in the NFL. I think this is a home run pick, and it's great to see a defender get some well-deserved recognition.
I told you guys. I was like, I'm pretty sure Sean Patton won the Heisman. And you guys were like, no, it was Kendall. And I'm like, I'm fairly certain it was Patton. You're like, no, it was Kendall. Joke's on y'all. I knew it. Here we go. And Denton Ritchie probably off the board here. Denton Ritchie also only graded out as mid-first talent, which is another interesting thing. His skills looked a lot better, but he didn't have like early first-round talent. Still cannot hear the story. I don't know why. I have it all the way up. I'm sorry that y'all cannot hear it. So here are the Titans, and I'm surprised the Jets didn't go with Denton Ritchie. I doubt the Titans go with them, but if they've lost faith in Mariota, I don't know.
Setting a single-game team record for tackles for loss, he's quickly earned a reputation as a fearsome defensive lineman with a devastating record.
How can you guys not hear?
Adam ranked as the top defensive line prospect in this year's draft, saying there aren't even many current NFL offensive linemen with the quickness and footwork needed to neutralize him one-on-one at the line. Adding depth on the defensive line is always a positive, and when you can add an impact player of his caliber, you've set up your defense for immediate success.
I don't want to trade up for Ritchie. I only have enough assets to trade up once, and I'd rather trade up and get the 6'4 cornerback. And the Redskins are likely going to take him here as a replacement. I mean, it makes sense. Kirk Cousins looked good for him, but I doubt he's their franchise guy. It's Manziel all over again. He's 24. They said he had mid-first round talent. There he is.
When I ask scouts around the league what his biggest asset is, they always point to his father. His dad is a high school coach that knows how to consistently finish in the top of the school's division. And ever since he was able to walk, he's been on the sidelines for every game. Even after he leaves practice at night, he's still getting advice from his dad at home. And from what I've heard from scouts who watched him play, you can tell the extra coaching has helped. Even during interviews at the Combine, I was told by several GMs that he was one of their favorite players to talk to. He has his dad's eye for the game, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him become a coach one day himself. I like him a lot, and he'll be a great addition to the team.
All right. I'm not going to trade up until probably around the 20th pick. I think that's when I'll have to worry about it. Maybe let's look at the draft board. Maybe I will have to worry about it. Where's the option to trade? I don't even see it there. So there's still another guy listed ahead of him. But that doesn't mean that he's going to be there. So this is the guy that we would like. So I'm probably going to wait till around 20. But where's the option? Isn't the option to trade usually right here? Am I wrong? So they already got Kirkendall. Let's see where the Titans go next.
The Colts are now on the clock.
So they got DeMarco Bullitt too. All right. Where's the trade option? You have to do manual? I thought so, but I thought the manual option was right there. So the Colts. All right, we'll look at it if you guys want to try now. You guys always want me to trade up so much. They need a cornerback too, so it's actually probably a good thing that we're going to try here. What could I offer? All right, picks. So let's go over to us. Oh wait, I'm not doing that right. All right. So let's see what we can do. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so loud. That's so much louder because I turned it up so y'all could hear. That scared me to death. Larkins, thank you so much. Can we throw some love his way? Oh my gosh, that scared me to death, dude. I turned up the volume for you guys, and then that happened, and I was just like, ah! Alright, let's just see what they feel on Aaron Lynch. They value him. Do we just try Aaron Lynch straight up? What are you guys thinking? Not Lynch? Well, Lynch is what they need. They need an outside linebacker. You donated $2. I don't know why it didn't pop up. Is it under me? Sometimes I have issues with it. Ooh, what was that one? Thanks, vegetarian. It didn't pop up over here either. I'm not too sure, man. Sometimes people donate and it doesn't pop up, though. Thank you very much if you did. I appreciate it. Raiden with the sub. Dude, thank you so much. Can we get some more love? Throw some love up in the chat, guys. And if you guys have yet to check out Graydon, please go show him some love. Hit that follow button. If one of the mods could post his channel, I would appreciate it. Get another pick. Well, I'm trying. I don't know if I want to offer Aaron Lynch straight up, though. That could be very difficult. Let's see. I don't think Torrey Smith a third and a fifth would make a lot of sense for the Colts, to be honest. Not for a first round draft pick. Reed in a third? I don't know that Reed in a third would do it either. They don't need that. I mean, you got to look at what they need. Free safety, they do need a free safety. It's just further down the list. Let's see how they value him. And maybe that could help us make the decision. They do value him pretty highly. I don't think they do it for Reed in a third, though. He is still young. Eric Reed's only 25 years old, which is only 1 year older than Denton Ritchie, who was just drafted. I'd rather do next year's. Next year's second? What if I did this? I'm giving up some picks next year, but it might make some sense. Yeah, thank you for posting that, Wiffle. Everybody go hit the follow button on Greed and show him some love. I don't know if they'd go for this. Next year's third? I don't think they'd go for that as it was. Honestly, I want to keep it a bit realistic. And I don't think they do Eric Reed in next year's third for a first this year. I don't think that's enough value for them. But if they're getting a second round pick and a fourth round pick, maybe. Maybe.
What wait looks like both are feverishly back on the phones.
Trade accepted. Woo! Okay, we gave up a lot. We gave up a lot. But I felt like we would have to give up a lot to make a move like that. You know, Eric Reed is still young, so I can see why they would value him. He's already an upgrade for him in the secondary. Then they get 2 decent picks next year, which typically, if you guys know me, I love my draft picks. I don't like trading them. However, there was a player that I wanted, and I wanted to make sure we got him. I was going to wait until around the 20th pick. You guys were not cool with that at all. So, I'm ready to take him. Bad trade. You guys think I gave up too much? Well, it's okay because I really... And D'Orshay is still there. D'Orshay is still there, but my main priority is improving this secondary, and Chantrell Wilkerson does just that. And understand, and one reason I was more okay with trading Eric Reed is because I can always move Jaquiski Tart over. So... the 6'3" corner is better. His combine's not as good, though. I don't think his combine is as good. 4.43 speed, what do you have? Oh, he has 4.42. His coverage is a little bit better. But I love this. And this guy's only 21. This guy, well, he's 21, too. I've had my heart set on Chantrell Wilkerson, though. So here's what we know about Wilkerson. And this is where it gets interesting. Wilkerson is not going to have a great overall. I don't want D'Orshay. I know you guys are all about D'Orshay. This guy is a 6'4" cornerback, only 21 years old, with a 4.43 combine. I didn't trade back up for D'Orshay, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't. I've been saying I wanted this guy first and foremost since the start of the draft. So, what we know about him. He was originally projected as an early first-round draft pick, but didn't have a great season, so he fell in the draft. Not that great. His skills don't stand out a whole lot, but this guy has potential. So even though I don't think his overall is going to be that high, I really don't think his overall is going to be that high. I think this guy has a butt ton of potential. 6'4" guy, we can throw him out there on guys like Kelvin Benjamin and be okay. If we can get his man coverage up, this guy could lock down any receiver in the NFL. He might have slow development, maybe, who knows? I don't know what he's going to have. I don't think he's going to be a high pick. Like, if you guys are expecting like a high overall, I don't think it's going to happen. I think he'll probably have a decently low overall, but I think this guy's potential is just outstanding, and that's what I am looking for here.
Well, let's go to Adam now, who's got more on the 49.
Boom!
Long talked about as a top 3 defensive back prospect, his draft stock fell dramatically after a series of consecutive struggles late in the season against inferior wide receivers. Many speculated that these struggles were due to a series of nagging injuries, a theory which may have been validated by his strong performance at his pro day. I was able to talk with several GMs about him at the Combine, and they told me he possesses the raw physical skills needed to become a top-tier NFL defensive back. Three skills in particular were mentioned by every GM I spoke to. Exceptional physicality at the line of scrimmage, a nose for the ball, and better hands than most receivers they've seen and scouted. The reason for his collegiate struggles may forever be shrouded in mystery, but they'll soon be forgotten if he's able to realize his full football potential.
There we go. 6'4" height, 92 speed, 76 overall. His catching's a little bit lower than I would like, but that's okay. Man coverage, we already knew we were going to have to work on his man coverage as we progressed further, but having a 6'4" cornerback is going to be so huge for us. This guy could be great. And I know we traded a lot to get him, but I do probably plan on trading some of our later round picks to move up in next year's draft. So overall, I think it's okay. I think this was a good move. They're saying we reached for him. Maybe we did. But secondary was our biggest need. And we got two clutch guys. This guy, if you look over here, under his traits, clutch, once again. And we needed some guys that are going to make some plays for this defense. And I think the two guys that we got here in the first round are both capable of doing that. So, we're not going to trade up for another first round pick. I know you guys want a Diorche. I do think Diorche is probably going to be very good. But I think secondary was the bigger need. Yeah, the green screen acts up. I'm sorry about that. I did get another light bulb for the other light that did go out, but I need to fix it. And we could potentially put Jimmy Ward at free safety. That is very right. That could be what we end up doing, since we traded Eric Reed away. But overall, I think we made a decent move here. Yeah, that might be a decent move. What's up, X-Wing? How you doing, man? Switch the scheme and Kendall will go up in overall. Willie? Well, I'm willing to try to do that then. And there goes O'Neal McLaughlin. So it's a good thing we went up to get Wilkerson, because he might have just gone to the Panthers. O'Neal McLaughlin, you guys were right. He actually looked very good. He might have been better than Chantrell Wilkerson, but I've had my eye on Chantrell Wilkerson since I saw him originally. So overall, I think we made a good move. We're just going to watch the first round, maybe up into our second round pick, and at that point, I will start going pick by pick. But I do want to keep an eye on each individual pick, because these are all players that could have a huge impact in the future of this series. All right, no pass rush. We already have a decent pass rush. We saw DeForest Buckner and Eric Armstead both really pick up their play in the second half of the season. So I'm okay moving forward with them. And we kept Aaron Lynch too. So if Aaron Lynch can continue to progress, we'll have him there as well. So we do still have options. Secondary was a bigger need. And there goes Diorche. He lasted all the way to 20 and went to the New York Giants there. There goes Church, another player too. So now that we have made those moves, we got to figure out who we would like to target in the second round. Obviously, we'll just kind of have to wait to see who's available for our pick.
Our very own Adam Schefter has more to say about this pick.
You heard his name.
How do you donate again? I think is this a command? There's the command. Or there's the link for it.
Monster games in which he looked almost uncoverable. Even when defensive coordinators started game planning around him, using double teams and throwing a safety in there for support, he still found ways to make plays. His quarterback put a lot of faith in him, and hopefully this team's quarterback will be able to do the same in due time.
There you go. So Folston and Terrell each going there. And Terrell, their offense killed it last year, so that's another weapon for that team. There goes Bullard. He looked very good. He's going to the Cowboys. If you guys are new, by the way, if you guys are from Twitch, know nothing about my channel at all, this is all a part of a YouTube series, so be sure to go ahead and check out my YouTube as well. If you guys are having a good time here and would like to see the continuation of this series and everything with our rookies. Donation done. Yo, Matt, thank you so much. I don't know why, but whenever Matt donates, it doesn't pop up. I don't know why. It drives me nuts, because whenever somebody donates, I would love to show them all kinds of love in the chat. So if you guys can throw some love Matt's way, I would greatly appreciate it, dude. Thank you very much, man. Your support means the world to me. I can only do this because of you guys, and all the support is just awesome. So thank you very, very much, man. All right, here we go. And there go the Seahawks. They got a defensive tackle. So they got Reed last year, too.
Bills just made their pick. Adam, what can you tell us about him?
He was the leader of an offensive line that almost broke a record for allowing the least amount of sacks in a season. Most college quarterbacks get sacked several times every game, but he was able to keep his quarterback from going down just about 6 times the whole season. Those are incredible numbers, and you have to respect not only his ability, but also his leadership to maintain that consistency across the entire line. The quarterback has to love this pick, and we should see him injected into the starting line almost immediately.
Oh, yeah. Can we throw some love Mets way? He donated too. Neither popped up. I don't know why. There's one weird donation that just doesn't pop up for some reason. But can we throw some love his way? Thank you very much as well, sir. I appreciate you guys. So, Rucci going to our division rival, which means this is definitely going to be a guy that we see a lot of throughout this series. And then there is Rouse. If you guys remember, projected to go in the second round, but early first round talent. He is going to the Bills, so that's a very good pickup for them. All right, here we go. Lions up next, and then the Chargers, who went 14-2 on the year, will be up. So it'll be interesting to see that.
The Chargers are now on the
Going with the wide receiver. Yeah, we can skip ahead a little more now.
The Packers are now on the
Unless we get a story.
The Patriots are now on
Thank you, Vegetarian. Here go the Patriots. Now, Tom Brady just retired. It'll be interesting to see if they take a quarterback. And honestly, only 2 quarterbacks have come off the board so far, which is kind of shocking to me. I anticipated seeing others.
the Falcons are now on
And they are not going to go with the quarterback. So here are the Falcons, the team that lost the Super Bowl,
the Bengals are now
going with Eubanks. A lot of wide receivers coming off the board. And then the Super Bowl champs, Cincinnati Bengals.
Bears are now
Another wide receiver. Wow. So here come the Bears with their first overall pick. They got a linebacker. We will see how they do here.
Ravens are now
Going with another wide receiver.
the Dolphins are now
And there goes the running back. I think that's the first running back off the board.
are now on the clock.
There goes running back number 2.
Texans are
And there goes Zach Ritchie going to the Eagles, who have Carson Wentz. Zach Ritchie very well might have been my selection had he been there in the second round, but he didn't last.
Texans have made their pick. Let's go to Adam Schefter to hear more.
Every GM I've talked to has told me that their eyes lit up every time they watch film on this guy. He was such an offensive weapon in college that he often saw a team's number 1
I just realized
and number
something.
2 cornerbacks line up against him, and he routinely dominated them. Not only is he an outstanding receiver, I've heard from many scouts that he's one of the better blockers they've seen in this draft class, including offensive linemen. He's a guy that's going to get a lot of reps in training camp and a chance to make an immediate difference on this team.
Philip Muhammad is still available. The Eagles strike again. Philip Muhammad is still available, guys. I did not think he was going to be there. We'll see if he's still on the board. Oh, I'm nervous now. I'm so nervous. I did not even anticipate him being there.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
Don't do it, Cards.
The 49ers
No! Oh, the Cardinals are killing my soul. Oh, that's a division opponent, too. Oh, man. Cardinals trolling me hard. I really wanted Muhammad there. It did not even cross my mind that he would fall that far in the draft. And then the Cards going to troll me anyway. Ah. Rip. And we're going to have to play him so much. I think Philip Muhammad is going to be a star. I really do. That guy looked outstanding. Unbelievable. So what we can do is look around. And again, I do need an outside linebacker. A- hit power, B+ block shedding. Tackle's not outstanding. He's fairly small. Only 6 feet, 237. But they're saying mid-first round talent, which means he might be a very good overall. He's very, very strong despite his size. 4.68 combine. I would love to see better 40 than that, but interesting nonetheless. And then here is Dimitri Todman, 6'4" wide receiver. Again, late first round talent. So it's not as good as the mid first round talent we're seeing from the linebacker, but we're talking about a 6'4" guy with a 4.40 40-yard dash with great spectacular catch, good catch in traffic. Might be a perfect complement to Willie Snead, who we just signed. Then we have Clifton Way here. This guy, again, late first round talent, good block shedding. I don't know where I feel with him, though. Then we have Nick Agu, who is still here. 4.41 combine, 6'1 height. Again, late first round talent, excellent zone coverage. Man coverage could use some work, though. But, you know, could be another project. So, where are the other wide receivers? And then here's another. I mean, look at this. Look at all these guys that are projected as first-round talent. Barry Colbert, a 6'4" defensive tackle with good speed and a decent bench press. I don't really feel like getting a running back would be ideal. Zachary Otto might be solid, but I don't know. Not as good as Philip Muhammad. I feel a little bit let down there either way. Will Bain here, right outside linebacker, probably not. So let's look at quarterbacks, and then we'll come back to everything else. Zach Lindsey. Good throw power, great short throw accuracy. His throw on the run, which is not a big concern for me either way, but what is a concern is that his third best trait's B-, which means his other accuracy stats are going to be worse than that. Let's see. Thomas Bobo. Again, same issue as before. Good throw power, good short throw accuracy, throw on the run is his next best skill. Danny Whittington is an interesting prospect, and here's why. So they're going to say he grades out as a fourth-round talent, but he's got the best throw power of the other two guys currently ahead of him, and he has good medium throw accuracy. His short throw accuracy is maybe not quite as good, but his medium throw accuracy is better. This is also a guy that has been shooting up the draft boards lately. They talked about him doing very, very well later on. I don't want to trade for Carson Wentz. I'm sorry. I know it makes sense because they just drafted a quarterback too, but I really don't want to trade for Carson Wentz. I want to find my own guy. You guys know me. I like having my own guys, so that's what I'd prefer looking for. There are still a lot of quarterbacks on the board here. But I honestly, the person that impresses me more than anybody else might be Dimitri Todman. Great height, great speed. You know, could be our outside guy. 6'4", 4.40 combine. He's pretty strong too. His catching's not that great. Get Morant. Which one was Morant? Morant has the worst accuracy of all of these quarterbacks. Why would I get the guy with the worst accuracy? His best skill is a B- short throw. This guy has B short throw, which is worse than these guys who have B+. Unless you guys are more looking at his potential as a guy who could run with decent speed, 6'5". I see what y'all are saying. But there's also the chance that maybe some of these guys slip to our third-round draft pick. What about Finner, another wide receiver? Parker Finner. 6'6". He's got better catching skills. He's also got better height. His speed's not as good, though. His speed's not remotely close to being as good. But obviously, when you're 6'6", you know, that's still very, very impressive. Spectacular catch goes to Todman. Catch in traffic is going to go to Finner. And then they have the same catching. But Todman's actually grading out as like a first-round talent. Who's winning the straw poll? Todman's winning the straw poll? I don't know. What straw poll are y'all using? Jamie's? Let me go up to Jamie's. 23, Finner's only 21. His speed's not near as good, though. Todman is crushing the pull. You guys are liking Todman. So, but Finner's not even on the pull at all. So, do another one between Todman and Finner. I value Todman's speed, to be honest. 4.40 speed to 4.53 speed's a pretty significant difference. Of course, Finner's going to be a little bit taller and also 2 years younger, which is very, very huge as well. Alright, so here we go. We got a poll between Todman and Finner. Oh, wait, no, that's the old poll. That's the old poll, Jamie, ya boob. Let's get the new one. I'd rather see if one of these quarterbacks falls to our third-round pick. And it might not happen. I've got to understand right now that it's very possible it might not happen. Or maybe I could try to trade Torrey Smith back up into the second and like another future pick to get one of these guys. Honestly, I'd be okay with any of them. And I know Whittington, I understand the concerns with him. He's grading out as a fourth-round talent, but he's the only person who has his medium throw accuracy actually listed, which means he could be better than the others, just based on that. But Mormont, he does have speed. His accuracy's just not as good. He could have a future for us, though. Might be a little bit of a, like maybe a guy that's more of a project, but... And Todman's winning the poll. The majority of the people would like to go Todman. I can't say I disagree. I almost hit the wrong button and just took him. That almost happened. But I think Todman's probably the way to go. Good size, great speed for his size. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's the 5th fastest wide receiver in the draft at 6'4". I understand he's 2 years older, but that speed is significantly better. And I think Dimitri Todman's the way to go. 76 overall. Once again, only normal development, which is a bit of a letdown. But 93 speed, 83 catching, 93 jumping. Spectacular catch is 90 overall as well. He fights for yards. On big hits, he covers the ball. He can keep his feet in bounds. He does drop passes. That's something we're going to have to change. But I mean... 74 carrying is pretty solid for a wide receiver, I feel like. Maybe I'm very wrong on that. But overall, I think this guy is definitely going to be a great, great player for us. I'm very okay with this pick. I have a lot of faith in him. And I think it was a good move to pick him up. So, trash. Y'all don't like him? What? I am thrilled with him. I am thrilled with him. I don't know what y'all don't like about a 6'4" guy with 90-plus speed, but I think obviously we have to improve his catching, but we can do that. It's not like the guy that we just drafted, that's all he's ever going to be. We have time to make him better. You guys do know this, yeah? The drop passes is definitely a bit of a concern. But overall, I think we'll be okay. I think it was a good pick. But yikes, the catching though. But again... He's only a rookie. We can always improve his catching. That's like one of the first things we can focus on, you know? So I'm okay with it. None of the quarterbacks are off the board yet. If I see a run on quarterbacks, maybe we'll try to trade up and get somebody, but otherwise, I think we'll be okay. And there goes Agnew. I forgot that he was still on the board because that was the guy I liked. And he is going to the Raiders, who are also looking to improve their secondary. So they actually traded with the Jets to make that happen. Here come the Redskins. Got a story here.
His final season in school came to an end early when he was dismissed from the team after missing several practices. I wasn't able to find out why he couldn't attend the practices, but I do know that after his third absence, the coach finally decided to bench him. He was on his way to having a decent year, but without him participating in practice, the coaches thought he would be a liability in the game plan going forward. After apologizing to his former teammates, I can see why this team is taking a chance on him. He seems recommitted, but we'll see if that's true come training camp.
All right, so there's the draft story. The normal development, I mean, that's blind. I don't have, like, it's not like I know what their development's going to be before the pick. Overall, I think he was a solid option, though. Sapp went to the Bucks, Warren Sapp. Nice. It's his nephew, or his son. So here are the Rams. This pick's very important for this franchise because this is a team within our division. So let's go ahead and find out. And they are going to go ahead and get Clifton Way, the guy out of Appalachian State. Man, Rams know the way to my heart. They just get me. They just get me. They're just going to make sure I try to boost his stats up by throwing interceptions in his direction. No, I'm kidding. But he did not grade out that well. So that might be a wasted pick there. All right, Ray Wilson was the guy that looked very good. That's a good pickup for the Colts. Especially their offensive line issues. There goes Bane. All right, so here we are with the Falcons.
Well, the first thing they need to do is have him sit down with the team nutritionist and trainer to make a plan that will bring him back to playing shape. He showed up at Indy several pounds overweight and looked lethargic in every drill. Guys like Matt Miller had their doubts that he can even make it through an NFL training camp right now. We'll see if they can get him in shape before camp and if he can control his weight in the future.
All right, so the Falcons, the team that was just in the Super Bowl, ended up getting a good player. Oh my gosh, the Pacers are getting crushed, which I kind of anticipated. All right, resume draft. Here we go. All right, here are the Browns, and they got Morant. So they are going ahead and taking a quarterback here, but overall, a lot of the quarterbacks still left on the board. We are a good ways away from our pick, though. But still interesting to see that these guys are not on a run yet.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
Lacey.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
So another wide receiver for the Steelers, who drafted a wide receiver in the first round to go with Brown. Now, we know they let go of Marcus Wheaton. But Parker Finner looked really, really good. That's a good pickup for them. And they got a guy in the first round, too. So definitely more weapons to go with Le'Veon Bell. And then obviously, as well as Antonio Brown. There goes Otto. Okay. Vikings. And again, I doubt the Seahawks are going to take a quarterback. But who knows with Madden? You never really know. Wait, was it Christie that went to Appalachian State? Or was it Clifton Way? Do you guys remember? Now I'm wondering if it was Christie. Either way, another player we are going to see a lot of. He is within our division.
The Lions are now on the clock.
Quarterbacks staying on the board.
The Chargers.
There goes Lindsey. Okay, Lindsey's off the board. Going to the Broncos there. Look at Roth. What? Wait.
The Packers are now on the clock.
Why is this guy good? His accuracy is not even listed. What? Definitely does not look as good as the other guys. Alright, here come the Packers. We will see if one of these guys will last to us. There are still a few on the board that I would be okay with. And again, even if Whittington's the one that falls, but there's 3 guys left here that I would be okay taking. So we will see. We shall see. Take it easy, Grizzly. Hope you have a great night, man.
The Falcons are now on the clock.
Aha! So there's 2 more. 2 more! Oh, man. Patriots getting a replacement. Ah. So it's Whittington that's there. Is that his name? The thing is, this guy, if any of them were to fall, it would probably be this guy because he's graded out as a 4th round talent. We will see. We will see. He's still graded as a 4th round talent, so that might scare teams away from him. I would be okay taking him because I love his mid-throw accuracy. None of the other quarterbacks had that listed. He's a little bit smaller than I would like, though. But he is a draft story as well. Let's see. I might have to worry about the Bears taking him. But the Bears still have Cutler. Trying to, like, decipher what are the odds of him going before us. Get a tight end. You have 0 tight ends. We could always sign a guy, though. Alright. I don't think we're going to trade up. I think we're just going to risk it. And if he's gone, he's gone. There's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. But I don't think we should trade up. Well, let's see what their needs are. If they need Torrey Smith, I wouldn't mind moving Torrey Smith. I think Torrey Smith for a 3rd round pick could make some sense for them. Wide receivers, their biggest need. Picks. I mean, wide receiver is their biggest need. Torrey Smith, we're kind of ready to move on from. I think that would be a decent trade. I mean, again, we're talking about Torrey Smith, who just had under 1,000 yards. He also had 8 touchdowns. What do you guys think? Don't do it. Why do you think I should not do this? They have Alshon and White. White's not that good. They're saying team needs, #1 need is a wide receiver. Get more from them? I don't think it would be more... I don't know how realistic it would be to get more from them. I can try. I don't know why they would do that. Nope. Make a better offer. Maybe they're 5th. Let's see. Nah, I don't think they're going to go for it. Let's just see if they'll accept this. They're not even feeling that. Which I didn't think they would. So. What if I include a 6th? That doesn't seem to do a whole lot for him. It's getting close. A 6th and a 7th? That can make some sense. I have an extra one anyway. Nope, that's not doing it. I'd probably have to do like a 5th next year. But that's, again, another pick next year that I don't really want to do. I think trading my 3rd and Torrey Smith would be too much. I mean, to move up 8 spots in the draft, no, we're not doing that. That'd be way too much, I think. Let's see. Did I offer a 5th yet? Alright, maybe a 5th and a 6th. But the thing is, I don't really want to do the 5ths. The 5ths kind of worry me. Because there were those corners that I really liked in the 5th round. That's my concern. Maybe I'll do next year's 5th. I'd rather do that. Nipple toast. And a 6th this year. These guys are some tough negotiators. Nipple! Really? Man. That one's only 2 picks better. I doubt that makes much of a difference. I mean, it's so close. I could probably do it with just my 5th this year. Nope. I don't know. We're not going to do it. I think they're asking for... I don't think I want to make that trade. Don't think I want to do it. If he's gone, he's gone. I don't know. Well, gosh, I do want him there, though. I've been looking at chat.
Let's go to Adam now.
There he goes.
Last pick.
He left the combine looking like the fastest guy in his position group, which is kind of a big deal. Some scouts remain skeptical of his speed, but he proved them wrong again at his pro day. Few players at Indy looked as in control of their bodies as he did. He showed great knee bend on turns, kept a good center of gravity, and looked explosive on each first step. He wasn't talked about much before, but when he established himself as one of the more agile players at his position, everyone took notice. This was a great pick by the GM, and I know several teams will be upset they missed out on him.
Rip the dream, boys. All of the quarterbacks are gone. I'm not trading for Wentz. I'll nip that one in the butt right now. I want my own quarterback. I don't want another team's first-round pick as my quarterback. So, I'm not trading for Wentz. It's just not going to happen. All right. Here we go. See if we can still find some value here.
The Cardinals are now on the clock.
All right. Up to our pick in round number 3. Here we go. Get Wentz. I just answered that. So, Duncan Smiley is still available. I don't love his speed, but I need a tight end. And then here's this guy. 4.33 speed, good carrying, good elusiveness. Would be a perfect complement to Carlos Hyde, but his B- juke move is not that good. Let's see who else we have watched that is around here. And again, that's just all the way down to the 5th round guys. So Duncan Smiley might make some sense. His catching's really not that good, though. His speed's not that good. I don't know. I do not know. What are you guys thinking here? Marion? Who's Marion? Is Marion the running back? Marion's the running back. Kirkland Marion or Duncan Smiley are probably where we're going to go. Probably going to be one of these guys. The quarterbacks just do not impress me at all. Not, like, very bad throw power, I feel like. And then we don't even know what their best accuracy is. I don't know. Like, maybe we'll take a flyer on Philip Roth in the 4th round if he's available, but I'm not stressing it too much. No worries, Grizzly. Let's see. Get a straw poll going? Yeah, I'm down. Get a straw poll going. Both are graded as first-round talents, so to get either of them in the 3rd round would certainly be huge. I mean, we'd be very lucky. Duncan Smiley, I don't know why he's grading out as a first-round talent. Nothing about this guy looks like a first-round talent to me. He's not that fast. He's got some speed, but nothing to really speak of. His catching looks pretty awful as well, which just, I don't know. I don't know why this guy's grading out so well, but tight end is a need for us, and so that's why maybe that move would make sense. Another thing we could do is look at other tight ends and kind of see if there's somebody else that stands out in the same way, or maybe a little bit more. Doesn't really look like it. There is this guy whose catching is better. Hold on, I'm not on the right thing. No, thank you. This has been one of the most intense drafts. It really has been. Max Heller, projected to go all the way down into the 7th round, has better catching. Let's see. His speed's not as good, though. His height's not as good. But his block is actually fairly solid. I don't know. Nobody really stands out in the tight ends other than Philip Muhammad, who was 1 pick away from us in that last round. I really wanted that guy, too. Let's check the results. This one is nearly tied. It's 34-31. Unbelievable. You guys are definitely all over the place on this one. Let's see. I think Marion's just better value. He has very good speed, and we need a complement to Carlos Hyde. We need another running back because we did let Sean Jerome go to free agency. Well, actually, he just turned down our contract offer. But I think Kirkland Marion, he's 23. What do we got up here? They're both 23. Duncan Smiley is a bigger need for us. He's a bigger need, but he just doesn't look that good to me. Maybe we should just go Smiley, I think. Trade down. Let's see what our options are for trading down. Because if I can get a second-round pick next year, that might make sense. Which I could. Trade down in the 3rd round. Get an extra 4th-round pick. And a 6th next year. 3rd next year. There are some offers for a 2nd-round pick next year. Look at this one. 2nd-round pick next year. But the thing is, I do need a 2nd-round pick next year. But my thing is, how many times are we going to see a 1st-round talent in the 3rd round? It's probably not going to be very often. I think we go Smiley. I don't know. What is this? Like, y'all were tied on that straw poll before. Oh, actually, Marion's leading. And then we could get the other tight end later on. The other option would be to take a wide receiver that's pretty tall and maybe move him over to tight end and utilize him there some. So I think we'll go Marion here. Not really what I was anticipating doing, but I really wasn't anticipating taking a running back. But the guy's a 1st-round talent with good speed, and he actually looks like he complements Carlos Hyde perfectly. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. 75 overall, 95 speed, though. 87 carrying. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh. Fights for yards. On big hits, he covers the ball. He keeps his feet in bounds, too. His catching's not very good. I'd like to improve that some. But 95 speed. Dang. To get this guy where we did, I think we did very good with this draft pick. 23 overall, we got him at 72. And I understand Smiley is a need. And I don't know. I'm still not opposed to trading Torrey Smith, maybe, if he's still there. Trade center. See what the Jets need. They probably don't need a wide receiver, though, because we didn't see that the Jets lost Brandon Marshall or Decker. So, yeah, that's not going to be a need for them at all. Maybe we could check back in another round and see if he is not taken. We'll find out, I guess. Yep, there he goes. He's gone anyway, so let's just move on. There are other options. Alright, there's nobody else in this round that I feel like we enjoyed anyway. It was pretty much one of those two guys. There's another Vallejo. Down the list we go. Alright, Giants. What? Alright. Here come the Seahawks. Going with another defensive tackle. That's interesting. And again, this was a very top-heavy draft. The first 2 rounds looked very, very strong. After that, there really was not a lot of players that we liked. So trading out certainly could be an option here. Especially because I'd like to make up for the picks that we gave away. I'd like to try to start making up for that. Alright. Unless I'm not really sold on him. His throw power is just not good. His accuracy is not good. But could be a project. He's got good size. What other options are here? This guy we just don't even know. I mean, we might take a flyer on Jerron Burley. He's got decent speed. His size isn't ideal, but it's not bad either. He's fairly strong. I mean, I don't know what Jerron Burley does worse than Philip Roth. I doubt his throw power is anything worse than a B+. I mean, I don't know what he does worse. I think we might be able to get Burley in the 6th round. So, I think this would be an ideal spot. The other issue is, I might not want to trade. And the reason being, we're in the 4th round. There's a few guys here in the 5th round that I do quite like. So, keeping these picks might be key. What about going ahead and taking Steel Deese here? 40 reps, a bit of a project guy, but he's got great size. 40 reps, though. Very, very strong. Joe Staley is getting a little bit older. I think we should probably start focusing on getting one of the guys in the 5th round. We do have 2 5th round picks. There are a few cornerbacks that we do like here. This center... But really, I think Deese could be the way to go. I think we need to get Deese. I think we got to go Deese here. Just too good. Again, good size. Obviously, his pass block, run block's not where we want it to be. But he's a bit of a project. He's got all the intangibles. He's got great size, great strength. I think this would be a good move. 73 overall. Okay, I'm fine with that. 92 strength. His pass block and run block aren't as bad as I thought they would be. Certainly, they do need work, but if we get that awareness up, I think we got a very good project player here. And again, with Joe Staley getting up there in age, he's going to be retiring soon. So, getting a potential replacement for him was probably the best idea there. So, I'm very okay with that pick. I think you need a quarterback this year. If anything, a project quarterback. The thing is, you can't just look at a player and go, well, this guy looks very, very bad. Let me take him. And Roth looks very, very bad. He didn't have good arm strength at all, and his accuracy wasn't even listed on his first 2 stats. And he's not fast either. There's no reason to take a quarterback that you can look at and know for a fact he's not very good. It just doesn't make sense to me. And my reasoning being, more than anything else, I promise you, Jerron Burley's throw power is not worse than Philip Roth's. I don't know what his throw on the run is, but I don't really care what his throw on the run is. This guy's throw on the run is not going to mean anything when he runs a 5.0 40. He's not fast at all. He's not going to be throwing on the run a whole lot. So that stat's completely irrelevant, which means his accuracy stats are much worse. So then I look at this guy, and take it easy, vegetarian. Thank you so much for the bits tonight. So I look at Jerron Burley, who's faster, and I'm like, well, he can't be worse than Roth. At least not significantly worse. However, he has much better value in the 6th round than Roth does in the 4th. So these are my reasons. These are my reasons. What's up, Rupert? How you doing today, man? Alright. Here we go. Maybe Roth's going to be like a 95 overall rookie. Who knows? Maybe I'm just incredibly wrong. Certainly possible, but nothing about what I saw stood out to me a whole lot. And there he goes to the Panthers. Buried behind Cam Newton. We'll find out. We'll look at all their stats after.
You know when an offensive lineman has a good game, you usually don't notice it. Well, you couldn't help but notice this kid during the All-Star game. Any pressure the quarterback got that day usually came directly from his area. He blocked the wrong defenders on several plays and got completely manhandled on others. Matt Miller gave him the benefit of the doubt, explaining to me that some linemen are slow to adapt to new schemes. If that's the case, then maybe with time, he can become a dependable blocker for the team. Sure, that's what the GM is hoping for, too.
All right, another draft story all the way in the 4th round.
The Cowboys are now on the clock.
Here we go. And again, all of these guys could end up being big names in this series.
Now on the clock. The Lions.
I think it was Sean Sutton that was drafted by the Redskins and just didn't, like, he killed us in the preseason and somehow got cut and we signed him. And ended up being a great player for us.
Now on the clock. The Falcons are now on the clock.
All right. Here we go.
Bears are now on the clock.
We'll see if these corners are available.
The Dolphins are now on the clock. Let's go to Adam Schefter now, who's got more to say about the Dolphins' latest.
Ooh.
One of the nation's elite running backs until a major injury halted his progress.
We will murder.
That has tremendous upside associated with it. Many scouts I talk to do not believe his knee is anywhere near 100% and is still months away from regaining the strength.
That's not good.
hard cuts.
Surprised that we didn't draft him.
First step he once had.
49ers always draft the injured players.
That rushing this kid back to the field is a recipe for disaster, possibly causing additional damage to the knee. The jury's still out on whether or not he'll return to the dominant running style he had in college, but with patience and a training staff dedicated to his rehab, this team could have a very capable running back for years to come.
Could be interesting if he returns okay.
Let's go to Adam.
Oh, another player.
I'll tell you, everyone was talking about him after the combine, and not exactly for the best of reasons. He was called out almost unanimously.
Roth might get cut.
One of the worst
I don't know why I'd want him, though. He didn't look good.
I spoke with a few of the scouts who sat down with him, and the common remarks I heard was that he was slow to respond, had very little to say, and definitely had his periods of awkward silence. Fortunately for him, how he plays is looked at more than how he talks. I think the team found a good player, even if he is lacking a little charisma.
All right. So that was the other guy we were looking at.
The Broncos are now on the clock. The 49ers are
All right. So hopefully one of those corners is still available for us. I did see a few go off the board there. And they are still there. At least one of them is. DeMarcus Avery is still available for us. So, I mean, we're in the 5th round. I don't really know a whole lot of what we would get. His zone does look okay. His man coverage could use work, obviously, but he's got good size. He's 6'2". Speed does seem to be a bit of an issue at 4.55. But I'm not too sure what else is here that stands out to us anymore. So that's kind of where I'm at the moment. I'm about to sneeze. Wasn't me. I think DeMarcus Avery might be the way to go. The other well, I don't really need a middle linebacker now since we signed Brown. This guy looked okay. They're saying undrafted, though, but I did like his tackle. And left outside linebacker is a need. But they're saying, again, undrafted talent. I think it's probably gotta be DeMarcus Avery here. Let's see. Get McClung. Which one was he? I'm not drafting him blind. 18 reps, no way I'm taking him. 6'7", but only 18 reps. He's not. No. Look at his combine, 4.2. They were just like, you probably should have just not come. Probably made a mistake trying to come to this one. And again, Burley's still there as a potential 6th round guy. If he's there in the 6th round, I don't know, he will be. But I definitely think the way to go has got to be Avery for us. Cornerback still remains a need. He's got decent size. I really wish he was faster. I do have concerns about this guy, but nobody else we scouted even makes sense. A different McClung? Who's the McClung you were referring to? Is it somebody under the watch list? This guy, Deshaun McClung? Beetle, thank you, man. We'll check it all, Beetle, at the end. We already got a wide receiver. This guy's grading out as an undrafted talent. I do like his size. We did talk about maybe drafting a tall guy and moving him over to tight end. But this guy, again, is projected in the 6th round. I think value-wise, we're better off getting him. Not to mention we have Shaquan Fryer down here, who does look to be a little bit better than the other guy. So I think it would probably make more sense to go ahead and take DeMarcus Avery. And might be a bit of a project player, but he might end up being good right off the bat. 74 overall is not bad. He does have 87 speed. 75 overall, we got him all the way at 136. I would like to improve his coverage a little bit, but overall, I got to be pretty happy with this selection in the 5th round. All right. Here we go.
The Buccaneers are now on the clock.
Move a little bit quicker. Oh, we do have another pick right here.
Are now on the clock.
And this might be one of those that I just trade away, because I really don't think there's anybody here that I really like. And I do want to start making up for some of the picks that I traded away. I think I did trade away a 4th rounder next year in the trade that allowed us to get back into the 1st round. And because of that, we can go ahead and get another 4th rounder with a move here. So let's see what offers we do have. Then actually I can get a 3rd rounder next year, which makes a lot more sense. Makes a lot more sense. Now the Bengals just won the Super Bowl, but they're projected to be a little bit worse than the Seahawks. So I don't know. But the Raiders would probably be the way to go. Raiders 74. So the Raiders are the Cowboys. And I can get a 3rd rounder. So I'm jumping a whole round. I think we definitely got to make this trade. Oh, is Burley there? I forgot about Burley. Do you guys want to take Burley instead of trade? I can get a 3rd rounder. We'd be taking Burley completely blind. Everybody wants to take Burley. You know what? I told you guys I would listen to y'all. I think it's bad value. I think getting one of those guys could be huge. A 3rd round pick. Now everybody's saying take the 3rd once they saw that I got a 3rd rounder. Burley might still be there in the 6th round. Now everybody's saying trade. He might be available in the 6th round. I'm not saying he's going to be, but he might be. Let's see. He's projected early 6th round, so the odds are a little bit less. I'd rather trade for a 3rd and maybe try to trade less to get back. I don't know why teams are offering me a 3rd round pick for a 5th round pick, but I think that's just great value. Let's see. So, I think, and again, I want to get another 2nd next year to make up for the one I traded. I'd like to get those picks back, so let's go with the Raiders.
I see both teams filling out cards.
That's great value there. That's just great value. If he doesn't get drafted here, I have an idea. Let's see.
The Rams are now on the clock.
Don't want to trade Torrey Smith to the Rams.
The Colts are now on the clock.
The Colts could maybe use a guy like Torrey Smith. And that might help me get a good trade anyway. A good pick next year anyway. So let's go down to the Colts. They're really not looking for a wide receiver. Who's their wide receiver after T.Y. Hilton? They do have Moncrief, but I don't know. So let's try this. Let's try to get your 5th round pick here. How many 2nd round picks do you need next year? And maybe a 3rd next year. They probably wouldn't do that. But let's give it a shot. What do y'all think? It gives the Colts another weapon for Andrew Luck. 5th round pick this year, I doubt they care a whole lot about. Torrey Smith certainly has more value than that just after getting about 1,000 yards. Don't know if a 3rd round pick. We might have to settle for a 4th. Let's see if they'll go for it. No. Alright, we'll see if we can get their 4th next year. Whoops. I mean, that's still something. It's still moving up a little bit. They won't do that. Maybe if I trade, like, my 7th next year. I don't know if that'll tilt it anyway. Nope. And one of my 7ths this year, which I didn't really want to do, but if I have to. What do y'all think of this? I think this would be an okay trade. Now, we signed Sneed, so Torrey Smith isn't needed there, and we actually drafted Todman, a guy that we like a lot. So automatically, Torrey Smith is out of the rotation. He was a bit too inconsistent for me anyway. I get a 4th and a 5th. Get a 4th next year, which I'd be cool with. Get their 5th. I think we could make this. There we go. It's... And I only did that trade for y'all because I know you guys really wanted this guy. But I wanted to get another pick next year anyway. So we did get a 4th next year, which I do like. That's good value for us. And you guys wanted to take a flyer on Burley. He's got decent speed. We're taking him completely blind. This guy could be just all kinds of awful. But that's okay. We need a 3rd quarterback. Worth a shot. We'll give it a go. Oh my gosh. Rip. Oh, he's so much worse than anybody could have ever thought. I can't believe we just made that trade. But we still got, you know, a 4th rounder for Torrey Smith. And I think that's okay value. Maybe he was worth a little bit more. Whew. That's... Ugh. That is just awful. So much worse than anybody ever imagined. That's you guys. You guys asked for this. You guys said he's the next Tom Brady. I saw like at least 10 of y'all say that. Just take the loss, right? Oh well. We didn't need Torrey Smith. And really that 4th rounder next year could be very, very valuable to us. So I'm actually okay with that move anyway. Just based on that. So bad. If you develop him. How do you anticipate me developing him from a 59 overall? He will get some time in the preseason. We'll see what he can do. We will see what he can do in the preseason. Oh, Supercross, you didn't tell me anything. I think Roth sucks too. We'll look at Roth, but I'm fairly certain Roth is just awful anyway. He can't be worse than Roth. He might not be. We don't know what Roth is yet. Nothing about Roth looked good. You guys do know this, right? Like, nothing about Roth looked good at all. So I'm still sticking to my guns on that. Here we go. All right. 6th round. Let's see what we can do. All right. Watched. So McClung is still available. But I think I like this guy more. Yeah, this guy looked better, actually. And this might be a guy that, you know, maybe we could try him at tight end. He's got, you know, more reps than any other wide receiver, so he has more strength than all the other wide receivers. I don't know. This guy's a 7.2 combine, but Don't need a running back. We already got our guy there. Let's see what offers we got. Because Fryer will likely be available for us later anyway. Get a 4th. And I could get a 3rd rounder next year. Are you kidding me? For a 6th. Done.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my gosh. The Seahawks. What are they doing? Who do you care that much about?
The Cardinals are now on the clock. The 49ers are now on the clock.
Okay. I mean, is that kind of offer still available to me? I can get a 4th next year. A 4th and a 7th to get the 7th back that I just traded. I think Fryer will still be there in the 7th. I really do. I really do. I think Fryer would likely still be there. I do need picks next year. We've traded some.
Hold on now. This pick
All
is
right.
trading teams.
Let's move down.
Are now on the clock.
And I think Fryer will still be there. Maybe he won't be. We'll find out soon enough.
The Jaguars are now on the clock.
We will find out soon enough, guys.
Colts are now on the clock.
Here we go. Down the list.
The Panthers are now on the clock.
I'm pretty excited about our draft right now.
Now on the clock. The Jaguars are now on the clock.
He's still there,
The Cowboys are now
I believe. Buckhalter. There goes McClung.
are now on the clock.
All right.
Lions are now on the clock.
The kicker might be available in free agency.
The Patriots are now on the clock.
I think the kicker will likely still be there.
The Bengals are now on the clock. The Ravens are now on the clock.
Oh, baby.
The Eagles are now on the clock. The Eagles are now on the clock.
Here we go.
The 49ers are now
All right. So let's go ahead and take Fryer. And then I'm pretty sure that kicker will still be available. I'm not entirely concerned about that. I think he'll probably still be available. We'll find out, though. He is 24.
Bills are now on the clock.
66 overall. So to get him down here, I'm okay with that. 92 speed at 6'5". And again, I think this guy actually had more strength than the other guys. I guess they don't show me that with the wide receiver, which kind of makes sense, but probably wouldn't be a good tight end, but just to throw him there. We are going to have to sign somebody most likely.
Now that the Cowboys have made their pick, let's go to Adam Schefter.
Oh, got a 7th round story.
Running back that has amazed and confused scouts and draft experts all season due to his inconsistent play. Some weeks, he looked like the most dominant back in the nation, and others, he struggled moving the ball past the line of scrimmage.
What was unrealistic about the Torrey Smith trade?
Attributed much of his inconsistency to a poor work ethic in the film room, specifically not reading blocks or understanding cutback lanes in favor of trying to run outside. If these reports were true, this coaching staff is going to have quite a project on its hands.
And last year was nothing I could have done. Last year was a broken game.
Now on the clock.
I'm not forgetting the kicker. I honestly just think he'll be there. Let me go look at his name, though. I think we could probably sign him. If the kicker goes, we'll sign another kicker. Oh, wait, the kicker did go. I have not seen a single team take a kicker. Sometimes it just takes players off the board. We noticed this last time. I don't think a single team has taken a kicker. So I think they just kind of took him off the draft board for whatever reason. But he should be there in free agency. I don't know why he's not there. I don't know. Torrey Smith is old for a speed wide receiver. He's not that old. He's like mid-20s. He's like maybe a little past mid-20s, but he's not 30 or anything close to that yet. He's at least a few years away from 30. Not to mention, he just had 1,000 yards and 8 touchdowns, which is another weapon for Torrey Smith. So to trade a 4th-round pick, I don't think is that big of a deal.
The Colts are now on the clock.
Don't think it's that big of a deal at all. I think you're just looking for a reason to complain. But I could be wrong. I mean, if you don't enjoy it, by all means, bro, you don't have to be here. I didn't force you to. You know what I'm saying? Sorry to hear you're not having a good time, but if you're not having a good time, then I don't know why you'd waste here. I don't know. Here we go.
Are now on the clock.
See what else we could get. I guess probably nothing, but
Are now on the clock.
Forbes. There's an Aloka guy.
Are now on the clock.
There goes a punter.
Are now on the clock.
Punter getting taken. All right.